Go vector into red into 005.
Hello and welcome to Takehitsu Gaming. This is Takehitsu, and today we are playing with the Ixthlii Swarm. And today we have been declared war by the Orisian Confederacy and the Commonwealth of Uthab simultaneously. So for us, things are about to get very nasty. This is going to be a very difficult war, and fighting war as a hive mind is a very difficult achievement to work with, period. So we're currently spreading out to try and defend our front lines, but ultimately we are running defensively. So this is, in the meantime, I'm going to continue to focus on building up our empire. We do not have a lot of options. We have to build up our empire to hopefully attempt to combat this horde that, I mean, it's going to be a problem. They're more powerful than we are. Gained a bunch of minerals. That's always helpful. And okay, so quick rundown. We did a bunch of moving through, speeding up of the process, of everything. I lost a bunch of video footage, which was really not something that made my day, and it was because I had an issue with my recording program, so for that I apologize. So our hive has now grown to 5 planets that we have colonized. We have a 6th planet that we are working on colonizing. We have 2 complete full fleets. Boomer is now an adult at cruiser class, and we have expanded out quite a ways. We're working on finishing what we've got isolated, and we're going to defend ourselves against our invaders as best as we can. It's not guaranteed to happen that way. In the meantime, as I've said, we just continue to upgrade and work with what we've got. So hold your breath. Cross your fingers, get ready for war, because here it comes. This might very well be the end of our game, guys. I hope not, but I'm not going to keep my... I'm not going to say that we're going to win this for sure, because I don't actually know. From what I'm reading, both of our enemies are superior to us in strength. Okay, we have, pausing real quick, our first enemy fleet's flying in here with 1,200 attack power and 164 landing strength, so this is what they would land on our planet. Our space station is strong. It will not be able to win by itself. And then what you're seeing here is they've got the 2 dots on top of each other as destroyers, and the other ones are corvettes. So their total fleet is 20 ships, because a destroyer counts for 2. Oh, 22, excuse me. And their power is just over our station's power. They will probably beat our station, so we're hoping our fleet can get there in time, stop them, and we would literally stranglehold them right here. Our fleet itself is also not as powerful as they are, so here we go. Let's keep a close watch on what happens here. They are trying to pass us by. That is even worse. They're attacking the Lando station. Where's Lando? That's all the way up here. They're trying to unite with their allies. That's what's going on here. We're under attack, according to what it's saying. I don't know where. That means they must have gotten stuck in engaging our... Yep, they got stuck engaging our... What? Why did this just drop to 700? We just lost oh, it's because our energy credits. We just lost a lot of attack power. That's gonna hurt. I need this fleet to get here ASAP. And I don't think it's gonna happen in time. So the orange bar is the armor. Then we have the green bar, which is the health. We have not even caused one casualty yet. And if we don't cause... there's a second fleet. Okay, guys. So, just by looking at this, we are in some serious trouble. I need to actually pull this fleet back now. We're going to unite all of our fleets somewhere. And this is about to become a very, very bad day. What are you doing? But we just lost our system here, which hurts us even more. Really not happy about that. Okay, pausing this real quick. Capacity overload. I am most definitely using that because the whole reason our station lost power is because we ran out of money. Capacity overload is a very nice one. I did not even realize that we had that, the ability to get that yet. We are going to do War Drone Campaign and Drone Campaign. War Drone Campaign increases the attack damage of our troops, which once they start landing troops on planets, that will definitely be something we have to look into. And yeah, we're kind of in trouble, guys. We're in some serious trouble right now. Because if these guys are that big and they're supposed to be superior to us, then these guys are probably just about the same size, which means we're already in a very, very bad losing war. They are now moving deeper into our territory, and we're completely incapable of stopping them. At the moment, all we can do is wait for our fleets to move. 1, 2, and 3. So the swarm, our first swarm and Boomer are going to be next to each other, and we have to wait for Alpha Omega swarm to get there, and then we can actually take the fight back to them and retake our station that we just lost. The problem is that there are two fleets here, and combined we're looking at 2,600 power, and ours is almost identical. So, what? They have a third crew? That's not good at all. So we're looking at being overpowered right now. Alright, well, if we can get this just right, our okay, the swarm never made it all the way to that, with the anomaly surrounding the ship along with the science officer blinked out of existence as it was navigating the debris field. Then it reappeared minutes later. They found themselves briefly in some sort of extra-dimensional space. External viewports revealed that they were surrounded by countless ships of alien design suspended in a seemingly endless void. Before the crew could get their bearings, the vision abruptly faded and they were found back in regular space. However, roughly half the crew are missing. The science officer speculates that they have been selectively trapped by some unknown mechanism in that strange space. So, We got 2 of them going this way and 1 going this way. We're going to have to kill the 2 going this way and then hopefully have enough power to actually finish off the 3rd. Oh, we are in some serious trouble, guys. The missing members of the swarm, thought lost to the dimensional rift, have reappeared. They hailed us from aboard an unknown vessel, not entirely dissimilar to our own science ships, idling close to where the swarm originally experienced dimensional disturbance. They claim to remember nothing of their time outside our dimension, aside from the vague awareness of having been away from some time. They wish for nothing but to return to our service under Science Officer and intended to surrender their ship to our dune. Very well. I don't need an extra science ship, though. So I'm literally just going to scuttle it. And they're continuing to... In the meantime, our enemy is continuing to take over our crap. Large part due to the terraforming process of Eject Prime, the planet has somewhat unstable climate. Yeah, okay. Not my concern at the moment, really. Alright, we are going to catch their first invading fleet now and kill it. Hold your fingers, guys. Things are about to get serious. The nice thing here is that we have them significantly overpowered. So before any of their other ships will get here, they're going to take a lot of damage. Possibly be obliterated too. Which, honestly, that's our end goal. That's what we want. We want to kill them. If you notice, their fleet's power is just dropping like a rock. We're tearing them apart. This is good. That's 1 fleet we don't have to worry about. Alright, I'm going to pause it real quick. And send all 3 of our fleets after this fleet. Which means in 30 days we'll all jump on top of this one and we'll be able to take out both of their fleets. We might, just for the sake of being safe though, sit here and wait. I'm also going to pause it again. So if you notice, we got debris from them. So we can send a science ship out here to research the debris. That's not the one I want to do. Yeah, it is. Okay. So we're going to go get this debris. There's a bunch of fleets and stuff detected. That's all these guys right here again. Sorry, I'm breathing. This is very straining for me right now. This is a difficult war, and it's going to be very bad. So the ships are actually repairing themselves. They can be upgraded, I guess. That's interesting. Okay, so we've received a communique from previously unknown spacefaring. They call them the Kermulin Consolidated Commonalities. Oh, look, they're our own spiders. Okay. Oh, this is why. We've got the research for blue lasers. We're going to go ahead and close that off for now. And we're going to get the physics labs. And here comes this guy. We're going to delete their 2nd fleet. This is good. That's 2 fleets down. This one's going to get absolutely obliterated as well. Now if you notice, our 2nd fleet lost a ship. Once the fight's over, we can tell our nation to build reinforcements and send them right there. Space, so... I do find it interesting that we haven't been attacked by them yet. I'm not going to complain. I'm just going to throw that out there. And you get to head up there. Okay, so we finished this fight. These three are going to head over to Quipper, however you say it. And we lost 2 ships, and I'm going to have them both be reinforced immediately. So what that means is they're going to keep going on, and from our space stations, they're going to rebuild new ships, and they're going to come out and try and join up with the fleet as soon as possible. There we go. We're here. A 1.7k fleet. That's almost a 2,000 power fleet. That's huge. That's a big fleet. Why? Where's our other fleet? We're missing one. Oh, it's there. So another thing to note, guys. So over here in the actual war, they have huge war exhaustion. If we can push their war exhaustion to 100%, there's a very good chance that we can get them to settle the status quo, which means the war just ends where they're at. If we can, so for this first war, since we're really not quite ready for it yet, we're not built up, we're not powerful enough for it. If we can push them to that point, which we're definitely winning on that aspect, we can end the war fast enough to, oh look, they're going to fight here. We can end the war fast enough to actually build up, and it'll force them to be at peace with us for like 20 more years. This means, ultimately, we will be able to turn the tides back on them, and eventually overpower them again, later on in the future. Here we go, big battle. This is the biggest battle and possibly the game changer for the fight, the war. On this side, there's 2 fronts to this war, and we haven't even seen the other enemy yet. That's what scares me right now. Because I have to turn around and do this all over again on the other side. When they show up. If they show up. I'll be very happy if they don't. But I'm also not enthusiastic about that being the eventuality. So let's go ahead and retake all of our places. I'm going to go ahead and queue up rebuilding all of our guys again. You can actually do that in the Fleet Manager too and click the Reinforce All button. Before they go, though, I'm going to have all 3 of my fleets sit here for a minute and kind of heal up a little bit. Maybe regather my fleets. We're going to chill for a small minute. But you have now seen the first taste of war, guys. This has been Takehitsu from Takehitsu Gaming. If you've liked what you see, go ahead and hit the thumbs up. If you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe. And I believe there is now a bell that is the only way you actually get notifications when we post new videos. So, this is Takehitsu with the Ixthlii Hive signing out. Have a good evening. Furthermore, I would like to state that since this is the last episode for specifically this game, I have caught up in the same year for another game with the same exact group, same exact settings, I will be posting a video of the footage of how I got to that point, but it's not going to be an extensive amount of series. It's going to be one real long movie, if anybody's interested. I will then pick up the series again, starting exactly where I left off. So, just letting you all know, when you come back on the next episode, the entire map will look quite a bit different from what it does here, because it's impossible to remake everything. Everything is randomized when you click Start Game, so it's impossible to have two identical universes, I guess is the way you should put it. Have a good evening.